far away to pick up
We're gonna
anything.
call the meeting to order, it's now 6 o'clock. We'll do roll call,
Sarah Farmer Forbes, Clerk Treasurer.
Linda Forbes, Town Board President.
Rochelle Calvary, Town Council Member.
Jebediah Lynn, Town Council Member.
Robert M. Raimondo, Esquire, Town Attorney, happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance next.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. So, as a reminder, we've got over here set up, if you as, viewers is not the right word that I'm, citizens, want to say something, you just have to come up here and state your name, so that way we can get it on record, that way anybody can view it on the YouTube channel for, years and years to come. So the first thing we have on everybody's agenda is the approval of the July 2nd meeting minutes.
I make a motion we approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 We don't have any amendments to the agenda. Report from maintenance, I had a missed call from Jay today, I haven't gotten it back to him yet. We have a couple water lines that we're working on, but that's more of an individual property thing. But I think overall, the town is fine.
You didn't send me any updates, so you texted.
Okay. The report from wastewater, Earl let me know that all of the, man, sorry, my brain is gone tonight. All of the standard reporting that we have to do is coming back. The samples that they're doing with the certified lab and with ITEM are coming back great. Everything's looking good. They got the generator set back up over at the well, the water house. And he also has somebody doing random double checks of the water to make sure that, just as a double precaution, since, and that way we can send them to ITEM and say, not just Earl is taking the water measurements, but somebody else is too. We don't have any updates on the lagoon process. I know that I keep seeing Christy Gerald email Banning about it, so hopefully we get a report back and kind of start getting some information back from them about what they are thinking. The report for the marshal, an offer has been extended, so we are very excited about that. They had a couple questions and said that they wanted to discuss it with their family members and then that they would get back to us. So hopefully that's gonna go in a really good direction for us.
Quickly.
Yes. All right, Chief?
Good evening. I have a few things here. First is the report for the month of July. We ran 14 total calls for service. 11 were EMS related, 3 were fire related. 9 were in the New Richmond addressing, 3 were in the Wingate addressing. We helped our friends at Malott on one fire and Randolph Township, which is Romney, also on a fire. And we stand at 114 total runs for 2025, which puts us really on where we should be in November. So, staying pretty brisk.
Yeah, no kidding.
Couple things I just want to touch on. Hope everybody's seen the sign that we had installed out here that Roger and Barb had worked so diligently on. It's just phase 1, if you will. Mr. Bussey and a couple of the other guys have some plans for doing landscape around it, but they want to let the post settle and do all the things that need to be done there. Wanted to talk a little bit about the 4th of July Festival. I know we're a bit past it, but I think it all went well from the perspective of the fire department. One thing, once we get the town marshal, we'll work on a little bit is We did have a call to help our friends in Romney as the fireworks were going off and finishing, and it was a bit of a struggle to get our engines up 400. So we'll be talking with those folks next year about making sure we have a means of egress to get our trucks where they need to go. Not necessarily a town matter, but since we will be working with the hopefully,
You
maybe
were
John
able to
Marshall.
get out of here okay?
It was a bit of it was a struggle.
Still struggle?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was a struggle. Just, I mean, at that point in time, the entirety of the crowd was here on site.
Right.
So it was a little struggle, but we made it happen. And then the last thing I have is we had the annual Sweet Corn Festival in Wingate last weekend. Hope everybody got to come over and enjoy the tractors and the car show. Very well attended event, even though it is Wingate, not New Richmond. It's still Coal Creek Township. And I think we should be very proud of how that really went. We had 78 tractors, I believe, on Saturday, 81 cars on Sunday. And I'm going to, at some point, when I can get Heather Shirk to sit still for a minute, they do have a way to somehow check pings on cell phones to give a rough idea of crowds. So I'm gonna ask her to do that not only for our Sweet Corn Festival, but kind of loose permission from the board. I'm gonna ask them to do that for the 4th of July as well. It's not 100% accurate because it counts cell phones and not humans. So you can imagine not every kid has a cell phone. And there's people that, well, I see you smirk. And some people come and go at different points of the day, especially on the 4th of July festival. So I'm gonna try to get some numbers just so we have something to look at, not only from the town's perspective, but when we start talking about those traffic flows and things, it will help us there as well. And long report, sorry.
Had better weather this year than last year.
Yes.
And then you get
Yes.
an update on the internet question.
Ah, yes.
Backup for
That should, wait, which one?
the internet backup for the fire department to be able to use out in the secondary for in case the alarm, what we get for towns.
No. But I can get that for you.
I can speak to that a little bit if you need me to.
Yeah, would you
Especially
mind?
with Jet's here now instead of Bob.
Yeah, so basically what this boils down to is we have our radio dispatch, which works off of radio towers. It does have times where it goes down. We have an I Am Responding app that comes to our cell phones, which comes through a piece of equipment in the chief's office. We have redundancy, but both of our redundant systems are on the same internet provider. So when was that, Pebbles? You were on vacation?
That would have been mid-July, well, yeah, mid-July.
Mid-July, the internet provider went down. And so both of our redundant systems went down. So what we're looking for is to be able to piggyback onto your system. It's just a matter of catching a little bit of bandwidth. In case our primary goes down, we have a second system that's on a different internet provider. That's all it is. It's not really even a cost thing, it's just more of a permission to jump on your bandwidth as a backup to our backup.
We wanted to make sure legal wise, we didn't have to have like paperwork or anything like that.
It's not gonna
Or if
cost,
we did.
it won't cost the town anything to have that happen.
No.
Just like a Wi-Fi ping.
And it's a secondary, it would be something that's in continuous use or only available in an emergency.
Yes, yeah, it'll be continuously running, but we don't get a signal from both systems. If one goes down, then the other one would send the signal.
It's not an issue towards it.
I don't have an issue with it.
You guys wanna officially vote?
Yeah, I make a motion that we allow them to piggyback off of it for a third redundancy for that system.
You do.
I would change, I would say unless
Sure.
otherwise decided later.
Unless otherwise decided later upon further review.
I
Yes.
did not hear. Robert, we doing this now?
I would vote on it. I would,
Okay.
if you wanna approve it, but I would say, unless otherwise voted differently. I don't want it to be a thing where, you don't feel like you can never change it, you can change change it later if there's some thing we're not covering.
Okay,
So you wanna second
I
that?
will second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, with the stipulations of possible change. Passed. And
We appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Rob, do you have anything for tonight?
Just on this LGS contract, but I can wait till that comes.
Okay. Report from the clerk, we have our AP vouchers, which you guys can, look through that. Everything came up good. We had 2 billing adjustments. The first one is, I realized after I'd sent the billing out that somebody did not get billed, so we put that back in, and then somebody got billed improperly, because the property had sold, and so it had billed the wrong one. So that's the first one. And then, the second billing adjustment that I had is when I was doing a deposit, I had to credit somebody back $27 because I transposed.
Yeah,
You don't
you're
have
gonna, we just need to look at them before we move on.
I transposed their, payment accidentally. I thought it was 174, but it was 147. So I ended up crediting that back. So those will be right here for you guys to look at, and all the documentation with that. We are also in a normal SBOA billing or audit, which is every 3 years, so they're covering 22, 23, and 24. It is extremely taxing and a lot going on, so I don't have some of the normal financial reports that we normally do and sign off on, so hopefully they'll be ending that soon and I can get caught up on all of my normal stuff. So I just kinda wanted to let you guys know that. We don't really have any feedback on how the audit's going, they don't really say much, so I don't really have a whole lot of much I can say other than they're there. So, after that, we have a reimbursement for $14. I spruced up some of the petunias right before the 4th of July, cause some of them had gone with the heat. So, have you guys look at that and receipt.
the flower boxes looked great, thank you.
Thanks. The next thing I have, we have Eric from D&D Trash here to answer questions. I know we had some questions about the contract. Specifically, I remember about trash bags on top of the trash can, lid closed and lid not closed. So D&D was very gracious to send him in so that way we could answer any specific questions that we had. So that way we knew exactly what the correct answers were and I wasn't trying to guess. So
Hello.
Hello.
Does he wanna talk?
you
Would
just
you
need to
like
ask
to
me
address us,
questions.
or do you want us to ask you questions?
You can ask me,
Okay, one of the questions we had is if the trash can's pretty full and they put a bag on top, the lid comes down, but it doesn't close all the way, is that good?
as long as it doesn't fold all the way back. So the problem is if they sit their cans out and they're all the way back, the claws will grab them and crack them and crush them. So then you're gonna have more complaints on that.
Okay.
So as long as they, stay down for the most part, they can put a few bags on top. It's not gonna hurt anything. And like most of it, as long as everybody kind of communicates through the town, I mean, if they call the office, they got extras, we'll always drive through. I mean, it's gonna cost something, but
Right.
we'll always come through and pick up extras. We'll never leave, stuff on the ground intentionally. It's just communication.
Chad, do you have anything?
I did not, cause I wasn't,
I didn't
there
have
was, issues with that.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the big question is somebody, from the audience had asked, can we keep stacking or, kind of what's the limit, and what's the cutoff? And so I think that they were really just looking for clarification on that.
And those people aren't here.
And they're not here, so I think we're good. So thank you
Thank
For-
you so much.
coming in and doing that.
Thank you for your trash service, I appreciate that.
Is there anything as a town board that we can kind of speak to our people that you have issues with us?
The big thing that we have on our side is just kind of making sure you remind them, probably 2-3 times a year, hey, all the way to the curb, lid pretty much shut, like I said, you can you can sit up a little bit, but if they got like large cardboard boxes and stuff like that, call the office.
Okay.
Because those trucks, the automated trucks, they can't take them.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta try to throw it 10 feet in the air, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had some issues with that, you know, and then we've addressed some issues with some other people having little silly things.
Yeah.
But, you know, the big thing is don't block them, put them where they're supposed to be, and the lid's 3/4 of the way shut, everything will be good. We don't have any issues.
Sarah, maybe we can kind of put that on the bill.
It's been on the billing for 2 months, I think at least.
Okay.
Cause I know we had some issues, and I specifically put it on there, and I've left it on there for at least 2 months, it might be 3, but,
Okay.
I just took it straight off your website.
Now, if they have a cardboard box with stuff in it inside the trash can, is that okay?
If it's in the can, it's fine.
Okay. So
The
that
big
type,
thing is
that
Not
type of
wanting to throw
cardboard,
it over the.
Yeah.
that
So-
kind of top cardboard box.
The big thing is on the outside. The outside with them trucks, they're just killer, cause it's, you know, like I said, 10 feet, 11 feet in the air, so you can't throw that stuff way up.
Yeah, if you have more issues, like continuously, let us know, and then maybe we can do like a reach alert, cause that reaches a lot more people too.
Yeah. Yeah, the best thing you guys can do is just kind of do a reminder every so often, just like even through social media, stuff like that.
Especially when it
like we
starts
do.
warming up.
So,
All right, thank you so much.
Hey, dead animals. I had one lady was gonna put a dead cat in there, and I said, no, I don't think I would. I said,
yeah, it's considered kind of hazardous.
yeah, okay.
You wanna state your name for the video?
The cat or me?
No, not the cat's name, your name.
Roger Kunkel.
All right, thank you.
Roger, did you happen to have a cat that's
No.
gone?
All right,
No cats?
The only good cat's a dead cat.
okay, we are moving on.
Thank you,
The
Eric.
next thing we
That
have.
won't get calls.
Yeah, Lord.
The next thing we have, I had gotten a phone call and then, actually, it looks like an email, but it was sent in the mail, from Joe Ellis, and he works with, I can't remember the exact name, but Veterans and Suicide Awareness. They wanted to know, I put a picture of the bench in there for you guys, if we would like one of their benches. It would be free, they would just ask that we have some sort of donation towards their charity essentially. The only thing, I told him I would present it to you guys tonight to look at and see what you thought. Looking at the bench specifically itself, I would say it's gonna need to be somewhere sheltered, so maybe here. So that way they can, because it does have a QR code, so maybe if somebody is really having a rough moment and they need to be on their phone, they can QR code and use our Wi-Fi. It's protected right here, it's under, you know, it's a little bit more private area versus like putting it right out in the park. We probably have to bolt it down. But that's just kind of, those were just my thoughts, just looking right at it. I told him I would present it to you guys tonight and see what you thought.
What kind of donation was he wanting? Was he wanting us just to have an area where they could drop in donations if they wanted, or does he want us to give them a donation when they deliver?
Honestly, he didn't even mention the donation. He said they're free. They're just trying to make sure that suicide awareness gets out there.
Okay.
And I said, you know, is it something where a donation is appreciated? And he said, yes, a donation is always appreciated. So I don't think it's like we need to post anything out there. I think, so if you guys wanna think about that, or we can, you know, whatever you want to do.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. I mean, me personally, I mean, we're a small community, but we still have the same issues regardless of the side of our town. And if it's sheltered here, then it also gives people a place to sit out here, you know?
That would be a great location there. Honestly.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well,
They
there should
can,
be something there already anyway.
that's kind of what I was thinking. And we can always bolt it down if, you know, people get silly.
Nobody's ever bothered my deacon's bench out in front of the restaurant.
I don't think it'd be an
And I
issue.
thought sure that was going through the window day one, but it didn't. I didn't.
Do you have any thoughts, chief?
I think it's a fine idea. We don't have a whole lot of calls for those sort of mental health issues, but we do have them occasionally.
Plus
I-
being the
I think
firehouse, I mean, they can
Being
come
right out
visit
here
for
would
just
be
one,
a very good place to put it. I don't know if, maybe, did you need to bolt it down necessarily, maybe see how it goes?
Yeah, I didn't know if people would mess with it. I mean, we can if we need to, but if people leave it alone, then
Is any of the cameras pointed closer to this?
I'd have to look.
I mean, I think
I
it
don't
covers
think
the
so.
general side, but it doesn't cover like
Yeah,
the front
it
portion.
doesn't.
I mean, I don't think someone's gonna come take a bench
Did you not say in the past that we were supposed to have a Narcan box?
It was asked if we would be willing to.
That might be a good thing to put near it.
I can speak to them again.
Okay.
I think SB one may have, restricted some of those funding sources.
Okay.
They haven't contacted me about either Firehouse for, well, pretty much since I talked to you. So I don't know where all that stands. But I see the girl once, twice a month, I'll check with her.
But it would
Okay.
be worth looking into, that'd be a good addition right next to it, I think,
Mhm.
or behind it, whichever. I make a motion, we get the bench and install it under the pavilion here, or set it there as you may.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. The next thing we have is to go ahead and ask the board to release the Halloween funds, so that way they can be used as needed leading up to the event.
That's fine.
Do you have a dollar amount in mind, or are you just,
No, usually we just
okay?
open the funds, so that way, you know, at this one for Jed, he can say, this is kind of what I'm thinking I'm needing, and I can look and see, okay, we have that much, or we need to get some donations for X amount, or.
And Jeff, you're over Halloween, right?
Oh,
If
that's
you
right,
need
you
help,
swapped.
Yeah, I swapped the Easter.
if you need help, let me know. We
Alright.
can swap back if you need to. Take Easter.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many have we done in the past as far as doing committees or anything like that, but we can maybe try to send out a reach word about that and get something started with that. But I'd take a motion to unlock funds for the Easter, for Halloween.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carried. Release the funds.
Kind of a random thing, the next thing we have is I had somebody stop in came all the way from Florida, and I just happened to be at the office, and they came in and they wanted to know if they toured the town a little bit, looked at a lot of the posters and things in the office, but they wanted to know if they could purchase one of the framed Hoosier posters. I said I have no idea. I know we have two identical ones. I didn't even know what to tell him, so I just said I would ask you guys.
Property that, who owns that, you know, a lot of that stuff's just kind of.
I feel like that's just gonna create.
Well,
more.
it was in
Yeah.
my restaurant when I purchased the restaurant and I donated it to the town. I say no.
That's kind of my line of thinking, but I told them I would present it to the board, so that way,
Unless, you know, they want like $1 million, then I
Right,
might
yeah.
consider.
I don't know.
She
that
can't be
that's-
bought.
Not there.
I got one, if they wanna make a copy of it, let them.
Okay, I can ask
make a
them.
copy of it.
Yeah, I think,
That's town history, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I would say, yeah, Roger, if you're willing to have a copy, maybe they can reach out to you about one of those, but as far as for like.
I don't know,
signing,
whether they can, copy in color or not, I say mine's in color, so I don't know how they do that. I mean, I just-
Yeah, I just don't think we need to be.
Well, they're from out of state then?
Yeah, they're from Florida,
Okay.
but I have their information,
Okay,
so,
tell them, get in touch with them, and I'll check and see if I can get a colored copy made.
Well, wait till we decide.
yeah, let me
who's
reach
gonna
out to
pay
them
you.
and see what they say. Which way did you guys vote? So
Right.
I know, but who first,
Oh.
second?
I was
first, Jeb was second, Pebbles was third.
Okay,
Does that work, or did
Yep.
I not need to be first?
it didn't matter, I just didn't know. All right, the next thing we have is the local government services contract. This is somebody we've worked with for years in the past. We just needed to read up their, contract. Technically, I don't have to bring it to the council because it's below our dollar amount and it's somebody that we've worked with in the past. But I did wanna let you guys know that I was gonna have them, double check some things. If I need things double checked by like a professional accountant, this is who we've used in the past and that's who I would continue to use.
Thanks.
Just, can I make a comment?
Yes, definitely.
So, you said it doesn't rise to level, how much do you normally pay them? Like annually, what's your, like,
I think last year we didn't even pay them over $2,000 total for everything, and they helped with annual budgets, AFR, any questions I had,
okay, the only thing, I've looked at the contract, I think I've seen this contract before.
maybe.
in the last 10 years, I'm sure. The only thing I don't like is, 5.4. I mean, there's other issues, but the main issue for me is that if there was any kind of issue, it'd have to happen in Johnson County, Indiana. You know,
Okay.
the laws of the state of Indiana apply because it's part of the contract and it would anyway, but, unless it's told specifically otherwise, but the county, that's a little odd. And if there was ever an issue, we'd wanna be local.
Okay,
We've been to court within the last 10 years, so it does happen.
yeah,
So we wanna be local, so you might say to her, listen, we wanna do your services, but that darn attorney of ours wants it to be Montgomery County in case there's an issue. And that should be a big deal. They want our services, or they want our compensation, then they can make that change.
okay.
Just an idea.
I can send that email out. Are you guys comfortable if we can get that changed over,
Yeah.
saying everything's good?
Yep.
And then resolution 2024-4, cost principles and spending federal funds. Apparently, I forgot to have you guys sign it. So the SBOA found that. So I'll have you guys sign that after we passed it previously. Everything's good on it. I just need your signatures on it.
Copy that.
The next meeting is not May 7th. It is September. I haven't looked at the calendar for it. But the first Wednesday in September.
Third.
Thank you. You wanna open it up for any questions or comments?
Does anybody have a comment they wanna make? Roger?
I've been approached by Knightstown. They're having a big blowout, not this fall, next fall, about the movie Hoosiers. And they wanted to know if we would want to do something in town, at the same time, because they've shoved a lot of visitors towards us. So, and I still got the signs that go up across the street, well, they're down, supposed to be in the library in Cartersville. And we could put them up, you could give them a quarter with a bucket truck to put them up, and get maybe one vendor to sell something, I mean, some kind of food, and,
Are they wanting to show the movie here?
huh?
Are they wanting to show the movie here?
No, I don't know if they're gonna show the movie down there, but they're gonna do stuff all day, all weekend, really, down there, different stuff, and
Is it are they hitting like an anniversary year specific?
evidently must be, I think it's,
86.
probably.
86.
Okay, so we're
That
hitting
sounds
40
right.
year.
40, I know that.
So, I mean, that's something that we can kind of consider like a Hoosiers Day, town celebration event or something like that, we can kind of put
Okay.
on. I think that'd be something that we would probably need a work meeting on.
Yes.
To kind of talk about,
If we could hang them signs up there, and then maybe get one vendor to sit up there and sell some food, and
Can you get
take
the-
pictures and stuff.
Can you get the date they're doing it?
Pardon?
The date they're doing theirs?
I still didn't understand.
the date of, calendar date. of
I
the
don't
election.
know, I don't know where they got it down, cause they were doing something this fall, it's not that big, but the following September sometime, it's gonna be a big blowout, and it's gonna be advertised statewide, so I don't know.
Okay,
I gotta meet with them, guy at Lebanon there, and, do some talking and see what's going on. He's a big wig, lives in Lebanon, and, we run across, so he's staying in contact with me, okay?
Okay.
I'll
Awesome.
tell him, we'll talk and get back with him,
Thank you, Roger.
okay?
anything else? Okay, close the comments.